Greater Hazleton coming off an all-Maddon weekend as a favorite center just happens to manage the Tampa Bay Rays. Brought some famous friends to town to support his Hazleton integration project and give back to the community. Mike Maddon and Samantha Galvez have team coverage of the weekend events.
It's really a good night.
It was a great night for the city of Hazleton with stars such as Rays manager Joe Maddon, Fox MLB reporter Ken Rosenthal, Yes reporter Kim Jones, and former MLB pitcher Luis Tiant all coming together to support Joe Maddon's hit project.
Tremendous turnout once again. All the guys have shown up. It's very exciting for us and for the city of the greater Hazleton area.
The banquet celebrates the hit project's success. The stars in the baseball world talked to the crowd about the significance of this project, while guests could also browse and purchase all sorts of sporting merchandise like signed football helmets or tickets to a Phillies game, all an effort to raise money for HIP.
Well, he asked me last year. Actually, I'm not even sure if he asked me or if I volunteered. I can't remember. But he had done something for me for my bow tie cause, and the Tampa Bay players all wore bow ties in my sort of honor. Mocking honor, I guess. And so when I heard he had this, Rick Vaughn, his PR guy, is a friend of mine, the Rays PR guy, a really good friend of mine, long way back. So it was really a pleasure and not at all difficult for me to drive down a couple hours. It's really a good night.
Bob Curry, who helps promote the event in Hazleton, still is amazed at the amount of effort Rays manager Joe Maddon puts into this project year after year.
I got to say this because the reason that you see so many of these guys coming is because of Joe Maddon. Make no mistake about it, it's the regard that Joe has held from his peers. And when you get people like Luis Tiant, a guy who may well end up in the Hall of Fame very shortly, and why does a guy like that come all this way? And there's one reason, it's Joe Maddon.
For what Joe Maddon has done for Hazleton, there's just no possible way to thank him. Mike Maddon, News 13 Sports, Hazleton.
For 3 years, Joe Maddon has been serving the Hazleton community this time of year with an event now dubbed Thanksmas.
To do our first Thanksmas dinner in our actual building at the Hazleton One Community Center is really, it's staggering actually, to be able to walk into this situation, have all these people here, breaking bread, having a wonderful time, sharing the Christmas spirit.
Over 50 volunteers came together to help create the vision Maddon had to bring together local families over a delicious feast.
The fact that Joe is willing to come back to his hometown year after year to do this tour, it speaks volumes about Joe.
But the real heroes, Joe says, are the dozens of volunteers that make this event possible every single year.
There's so many wonderful people involved, but the people that are really the heroes are the volunteers that are involved.
This year marks the first year that Thanksmas meals were served at the Hazleton One Community Center. And while Thanksmas originally started in Florida, Joe Maddon says that one of his biggest hopes from bringing this to his hometown is that more people will get involved with the Hazleton Integration Project.
Everybody is starting to understand the beauty of diversity and the growth that is concerned with a diverse population and a group of people.
I think every year the community comes closer and closer together, and I don't think there's any question that that's occurring.
Members of the community say it's a great way to get out of the house and get to know some of the wonderful people in our city.
And this way it brings them out to meet people and to talk to people and to socialize.
Bob Curry says it's events like these that are all geared towards one thing.
Let's bring this community together. We can do it. We've begun that hard work of doing it, and there's really no stopping us now.
Samantha Galvez, News 13, Hazleton.